Hey guys, we're back again. It's been a little over a week since my last video. It is now July 19th, or it's actually only been 5 days since my last video. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update because we've had some major changes. These vines have actually began to run out several feet. This one actually right here, I've been marking it, and it's growing. I mean, like from yesterday, there was a mark here. It grew all the way out just from yesterday. I have those tendrils there that grab on and they pull everything out. So they're looking quite well. I'm pretty sure this is a jack-o'-lantern style. They start way back in here. And you can see where it starts back in there. There's like some new vine growth that's occurring, or root growth, because I buried the base of it back in there. I actually have 3 of those. 1, 2, and over there's 3. And then right here we have another really good plant. If you guys can tell, it just rained, so it's really wet and muddy here. The head of my scarecrow is now gone. But this one right here, I actually think this is a style of pumpkin plant that maybe doesn't vine or run very well, because, or maybe they only vine and go out about 3 feet. I've done some research online and found that there's some dirt on the leaves. But these have really good flower formation, as you can see there, right there. And there's one that actually had opened this morning. They're still all male flowers, but I did notice when I came across here that, let me find it, that little guy right there is actually, or I should say that little girl is actually a female flower. You can actually see it right there. Let me see if I can get a better, see if I can get better footage of it. Right there. And so you see how it has the little ball down there, and then that will eventually, if it gets pollinated, grow into a female. I have several of those on both of these plants here. This plant is just one plant, and it was my best growing at one time, and now it's fallen over. I've tried to lift it back up. I don't know what's going on. It's still growing. I have, flower growth on it, but it has fallen over. There's the primary root, but I don't know, it's just mangled. It won't stay any way at all. So I don't exactly know what to do with this plant, but I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. But the newest update that I want to show you is that I actually think I have some squash vine borer problem. This plant here all turned brown, all of them. And I had this substance that came out on it that looked like water, but it actually, when I touched it, it was gel. I don't know, it kind of felt like aloe on my skin. It was cooling to the touch. I don't know if the plant produced it or what, but if you'll look back in here, you'll see that my vines have just completely turned brown. Whole vine, and I'm pretty sure that is squash vine borer. I never ever saw any eggs or any squash vine borers on my plants, so I don't know for sure if that's it, but I'm pretty sure, because if you look at this one right here, it actually is really soft, and it's got some kind of stuff there on that plant. So I actually think that that's what has happened. I'm going to, they still have flower growth, and so I'm just going to leave them alone and hope they come back if it's not squash vine borers. But I actually think that's exactly what it is. I don't know what you can actually do for it. I know I've got online and I saw that some people were talking about you can kind of dissect the borer on the inside, the grub looking worm, and rebury the plant. I don't know if I will do that or not, but this little guy is coming along, which my wife has aptly named Cinderella. She'll be coming along pretty nicely, hopefully. And then we have all the rest of the plants here still doing good. It's been 5 days and they've grown quite well since the last video. So have another update soon. See you guys.